Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Monday, Mafia Monday. I'm in the office taking care of business, paying bills. Let's jump into our story. We're going to finish off this chapter. This is a shorter scene than last week, and if you want to catch up, you can go look for each Monday's video. We do this every Monday. I'm going scene by scene through all 3 books that I wrote about the Los Angeles Syndicate. We're in the first book. Our main character, Simon Castro, young Simon, instead of going into the NFL, he went to college. He decided to join the Mafia. His family has been a long-time Mafia family out in California. So let's jump into it. What can I show you today? Let's show you some bullets. Now, these are some big suckers. Imagine this coming right through your door, through the wall. If you're hiding behind a brick wall, you and your buddies, this will blow the brick wall up, kill your buddy, take his head and his arm off, and you'll be sitting there traumatized for life. This one's not as big. Still pretty dangerous. So let's jump into it. This is after the ritual. The men in the room cheered, giving a salute in Italian and holding up their drinks towards me. After the little ritual, my father took me by the arm, like I was his date at a prom, ushering me around the room to meet everyone. We went to each family capo first. I shook each guy's hand and received a formal introduction to meet them as a made guy. I'm not big on handshakes or human contact, so all this touching that was starting to get to me after a little bit. But my Uncle Frank, he told me to keep my fool mouth shut, so I went along with it. Each one of the bosses that I was introduced to was now supposed to be accessible to me as a made guy, a luxury that a lowly associate would never have. Survival in LA is all about who you know. My entire world had opened up like Pandora's box. My circle had just expanded by leaps and bounds with a short, goofy ritual. My father and I went down the line from one man to the next with introductions. He shook the next guy's hand and then gave him one of those silly man kisses that Italians are always doing. Then my old man turned to me and said, "Simon, this is Jimmy the Weasel. He is friends with all the celebrities in Hollywood. If you need access to any of them or the studios, Jimmy is your foot into that door, into that world." We turned to the next guy down the line. My father said, "This is Giovanni Giuseppe from the Valley. He's a longtime member of the family. You've met him once before when you were a very little boy, but you don't remember. He always asks about you and even came to a few of your football games at USC. He's been a big fan." Standing next to him is John Valentino. He runs the Inland Empire. He runs several industries for us and he is a huge business mogul. He is a master with money and is a man that you can learn a lot from. I made my way across the room in a full circle and then sat down in an empty lounge chair by the fireplace to soak in the gravity of the situation. I looked around the room and realized that I had just joined the fucking Mafia. Right then, we heard 2 rings from a bell come from the main entrance room. Tommy Guns perked up like a dog at feeding time. With help from his personal assistant, he shuffled towards the door to go grab some food. Tommy turned to the group and said, "Fellas, it is time for us to eat. Let us be merry and celebrate this holiday." We filed out through the meeting door in a single line, one at a time. I went out to the massive back patio that was set up with tables of food, buffet style. I grabbed 2 plates and filled both of them to the top with all sorts of fancy looking gourmet cuisine. I went back for a 3rd plate. Then I ate 2 plates of dessert. My workout diet was tough and I almost never ate sugar or empty carbs, but I could not resist this time. After I ate my meals, I happily went to take a dump in one of the many luxurious bathrooms that the place had throughout its many corridors and rooms. The little bathroom escape was the best part of the night for me, besides being made in the family, of course. I really needed to get away from everyone for a minute, smoke a joint, and think about what I had just done. My heart was racing and I needed to calm down. Sitting on the toilet with my pants at my knees, I laughed and giggled, having a conversation with myself like a crazy person at a bus stop. I asked the guy in the mirror, "Why the hell did you just join the fucking mafia?" Talk to you next Monday.